Welcome to the Open for Business podcast with your hosts, Mitchell and Christina. We are here at Meat Chef Studios located in the heart of Toronto, and today we have a very special guest.
Over the past 30 years, Unionville Appliance has grown from a basement operation to a large appliance repair and showroom. Unionville Appliance showcases a variety of kitchen appliances, laundry appliances, small appliances, and more. Introducing Sal,
Hi.
owner of Unionville Appliance.
Sorry,
It's okay. You're excited to be here.
So excited, you just wanted to say hi.
yeah, I'm trying to jump right in there.
It's the first podcast, so we're happy you're here.
Thank you.
So what made you decide to create an appliance repair shop and showroom?
I've always wanted to be self-employed. And no better than live at home, free rent, free food. What better than to start at that time? And that's what I did. Go out, take appliances from the garbage and bring them in the garage, fix them, and resell them at the same time, do service. So there was a big need at that time, 30 years ago. People were into the used appliance business with a lot of rental properties. And appliances back then were a lot more expensive compared to what people made today, right? Back then. So people were always going with used appliances. So that's what started me going with the used appliances.
And you've seen like the trends going back towards the used appliances because you're saying that you started that way. You kind of you seeing like that's like the push again for the big used appliance just because of like the high price tags of certain items.
Really, it's going more. If you notice, I started it was strictly just used, and as time goes by, the parts to fix them were getting a lot more expensive, so it wasn't feasible to fix the used appliances. So we're veering towards more the new. People were making more, and they were building the appliance cheaper, and they were keeping the prices cheaper. Like 30 years ago, we bought a washing machine for $550, and today you can buy a washing machine for $550.
Yeah,
Really?
So the used appliances getting really down. It's more the used appliances more Kijiji,
Yeah.
more than actual stores. That's why you'll see a lot less of used appliance stores in the 2020s.
Wow.
Yeah, I know. You think like because like everyone wants to go back to I guess reusing things and reusing items and stuff, especially things like that. You think they'd go kind of back towards that.
Well, it goes back to his point that it's the cost of
I know it's
fixing
the
them, right?
price.
Yeah,
you just
manufacturers makes the parts a lot more expensive, so it doesn't make it feasible anymore. And then the cost of then your trade guys were we started out at $17 an hour for a trade guy, and now we're at $35 an hour trade guy. So a licensed guy to fix a used appliance is just not there, right?
Yeah.
For sure. What would you say is like the most important strategy of like operating this type of business, like?
Or business to customer.
Yeah, like
type
a
of
business to customer.
Customer service. It's hard. It's hard. Sometimes you got to compete with the big box stores, and being that customers come in and sometimes they express their needs that you can really help them out. Sometimes they express their needs that they just want it cheap, right?
Yeah.
But it's customer. It's customer. Reading them, listening to them, and seeing, try to guide the direction of what they want. More
Very one-on-one.
Yeah, more one-on-one. But out there's not a lot of education on appliances. A lot of sales guys are not familiar with the way the appliance works and how it handles and how it's built. And that's a key factor when you buy an appliance, that the guy selling it to you should know at least the functionality of the machine and how it's built, really. So that's why we offer that people who sell it to you are actually informed as technicians that know exactly how they're built and how they work, right?
Exactly. That's definitely important.
Yeah, like today, the old appliances, didn't matter. I'll give you an example. A dryer, it didn't matter if a dryer was vented 25 feet, 30 feet, it all worked. Nowadays, you got to make sure you ask that question before you buy the dryer, because some dryers can't vent farther than 10, 15 feet, and they don't work properly. But if somebody comes to buy it and just wants a cheap dryer and it's not, it's not going to meet your application, and then you're stuck. You're stuck with a dryer that
doesn't do
the job. Won't dry the clothes fast enough, right?
Do you have customers come back and be like, "Oh, my clothes aren't drying quick enough because of what you sold me"?
We do. And if in fact if it happens to be that it's our fault that we didn't ask that question, we can always take it back and upgrade them to a higher end, if the higher end one, if they want, and then we'll try to sell off the one that she has as a used one or a refurbished one to somebody else and try to get them back going. The key factors are dishwashers. People just buy dishwashers, and I usually let my customer know that if you're buying a brand that you're not familiar with or you never used, I offer them to bring their dishes in so they can try it out.
Oh, wow.
Right? Because some people are familiar with them. It is. You buy a dishwasher, install it, and then you see all the tines. How are my plates going to fit? How are my bowls going in? The key factor is ask them what they currently have now. If they like what they're using, give them something comparable that what they're used to. If they want to go to a different line, then start mentioning or letting them know these are the differences that you're going to see in a different line. If you can live with that, this is it. Like if you got a dishwasher, you have a KitchenAid, or you got a Whirlpool, and you want to go to Bosch, bring your plates in, try it out. Because it's a totally different stacking system. Oh, wow. And your plates, you got more bowls, you got more, bigger, wider plates, especially we Italians want the big plates. That's not the proper dishwasher for you. It just isn't going to work.
It could be industrial.
Yeah, maybe that's better. But people got to get more familiar with the appliances are different now, and every brand and company do make them different in the way their usages are, right?
I remember when we got our appliance from you, we had never had a dishwasher, and I've always heard from my friends, my dishwasher, it's good, but it still doesn't clean. And we're and that's where I was always like, do we want a dishwasher? And then we were finally we're getting a dishwasher. And it's been amazing ever since. And I was like, okay, this thing's nice. This is good, and it's quiet.
Those ones are quiet.
Those are the
now
biggest
the
thing.
new days are quiet there, but dishwashers crucials are people have to. It's not the dishwasher itself if it doesn't clean properly. In most cases, it's the installation plays a big factor. If it's not installed properly and it's not, the drain is too far, the drain is not done properly. So whenever it tries to drain the dishwasher, it'll drain, but water won't go all the way back. It'll come back, and when you start another cycle, you're using dirty water again, right? It's not
really.
Yeah, so installation plays a crucial part. Also, type of dishwasher will play. You got your $300 dishwashers. Well, don't expect them to
do amazing work.
All I call them is just make noise and rinse water. Just throw water. But the good thing about a dishwasher is you can never wash the dishes at 140 degrees. Your hands will never wash, or at least with a dishwasher, it will sterilize them more than anything, right?
Yeah.
Just the better ones will take more stains and are more pressure, work a bit better, right? So
yeah, and you're wasting less water that way too, right?
You are. The new appliances are, yeah. And then if you can, conserve water, right?
As much as you can.
As much as you can, yeah.
So now that I understand that your sons are working with you with the kind of got a family business you got going on. What is it like working with family day in and day out?
It's a challenge
with the boys.
Big challenge. You got one wants to operate the other one way, the other one wants to operate the other one. Sario I use is more for service and parts. He takes care of the service technicians that are out there, the parts that we need. Deals with the customers, with service, with the customer coming in to buy parts. Vincent is more the finished goods department, so he'll deal with the bid appliances, he'll deal with the builders, the apartment buildings, and the delivery guys, so he coordinates the delivery guys and stuff like that. They both work pretty good together. With me, it's a challenge because, hey, they're your kids. An employee, you can look at them, say something, and right away it gets done. Your kid could, we'll do it, right, And sometimes you got to get mad, and sometimes your argument, you take it home, and it comes home. So it is a challenge, but it's proud that they're taking it, and they're showing a big interest, and they're dedicated. And I know a lot of times when we fight is because their heart and soul is into it, and they just feel that I'm too old-fashioned, right? So they want to go to one direction and run.
Yeah, quick.
I want to go in that direction and crawl, right? So
take every safe step.
Right, So, but otherwise, it's a challenge, but it's great. It works out. In the long run, it's working out.
I feel like that would be the hardest part. If there's an argument at work, like you said,
it comes home.
Trying not to bring it home. I think that'd be the hardest part. Yeah, even with us too. Like we try to keep stuff separate. Like we have one night a week where we don't talk business. It doesn't end up happening. We end up talking business, and the problem is trying to like turn our brains off and just not bring it into other situations.
Like
right?
we're here for each other's like company, you know.
Yeah.
It's like we're not going to be just talking business, money, this, that, and it's like.
Yeah.
You forget what we're actually supposed to be here for. You know?
Yeah, I know. I agree.
I know it's bad. I'm really bad for that because if it comes to my head, I'm like, okay, I just want to like say it.
Then do it.
He's like, not now. I'm like, damn it. I'm like, I'm gonna forget.
I gotta learn to get that 24-hour rule. You're pissed, you're mad, wait 24 hours and then do it.
Yeah.
And it does work if I could wait for that 24 hours.
It's like making like that big purchase. It's like, do you maybe instead of making that like hyper purchase right now, I'm gonna wait like those 2 days and
think about
do
it.
I need this?
Yeah.
Do I need that? And usually you don't.
Yeah, well, me and Vincent get headbutts with that. No, we could buy all these. They're getting a good price. Never mind. Relax. Take it easy. You know what I mean? Leave the money alone. Yeah. You know, it's different, you know, and he came into the business where it's been flowing, and I started it when you have to watch your pennies, right? So obviously he's got great ideas, and I'm not saying he doesn't, and maybe I'm a little bit too old-fashioned, get scared, and, you know, saying, hey, I see the money's in the account, we can buy it, but if in case it's not there, you know.
Yeah, or some other big deal comes through, you need that cash.
So it is, and that's where we're getting our little battles where I don't want to release. And up to now, so far, it's still I'm in control of that fund part of it with the funds, but it's slowly creeping up that, you know.
Well, I guess structurally, eventually, you kind of have an idea of like what you do, what they do, and everyone kind of has their own kind of idea of what their, I guess, role is, you know, and then everyone pulls together and makes this great business, you know.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, they're trying, and my challenge is, you know, it's 2020. You know, things have changed. The computer,
it's incredible.
It's unbelievable. Like me banking, I have my bank book. I have to write every check, everything. Now they're taking pictures and depositing with pictures, and the change is so much forward for me that it scares me, but yet they understand it, and I slow them down because I don't quite understand it, and
it's aggressive. It's fast.
Yeah,
it's really
you know
fast.
what I mean? Like, so, and I got to try to, you know, pull myself back and say, okay, let me watch them. Let me see what they're gonna do, and that. And I've learned to kind of step back and let them try to go with the new technology and listen to them, right?
Even if there like you make this mistake, hopefully it's a small mistake and you learn from it and
stuff like that.
You know?
Yeah. So it's working out. Like,
you're gonna make a mistake. Yeah, it's gonna happen.
It's in every business. When I started, you know, I did deals in the States. I was bringing appliances in from the States. I was driving across the border, picking up used appliances.
Really?
When the government did something with the Freon over here, the R12 system, and I was bringing appliances. I drove to Boston to pick up appliances, right, and brought them over. And did stuff like that. And then eventually the government closed it down. You couldn't bring appliances across because the Freon has changed and stuff like that.
I didn't even know that was a thing.
Big obstacles.
Yeah. You know, I was going across the border and picking up washing machines because the American market, they would throw away the washing machines.
There's so many people.
Right. And they would I was getting washing machines for $10, $15, bringing them across, taking a drive across the border. Yeah.
Fix a couple of things.
Yeah.
A couple $100
them up.
Gone.
Yeah. And I was selling washing machines for $250 to $275 with 1 year warranty. Completely refurbished.
That's amazing.
Right? Yeah.
And that's a good deal for the person, the consumer.
Yeah, because a brand new washing machine is $500,
wins.
$600 plus tax, right? You know what I mean?
You're like, this guy's going to guarantee a year.
Yeah, and you still
if
get
it
the
runs
same
for
warranty.
a year, it's probably going to run for 3.
And
usually.
We got a lot of rental properties. That's where we developed a lot of clients was rental properties. And if the landlord can buy a machine for $275 and get a year warranty, as opposed to paying $550 and get a year warranty.
Yeah.
So, and that's where we were, you know, and I would save a lot of parts. My parts were strip this washing machine, keep the motors, keep the stuff that I need for warranties, right?
Yeah.
So I wouldn't have to buy new parts to go
stockpile it,
right, and do the warranties, right? But today, you build a washing machine today, it's built this way. Next year, it's built a different way.
Which is hard.
And you're like, it's the same part, but the clips are different.
Yeah.
And you're like,
it's
why?
Something so small.
Yeah. So it's changed so much, the appliance business. I used to do a service call, and 90% of the time when I came to your home, it was repaired on my first visit. We had the parts in our trucks. We had everything.
That's cool.
Wow.
Now it's maybe 25% is repaired on the first visit.
Is it? Do you think it's because there's so many more brands?
It's not the brands, it's the models that the way they're building them and the way they're designing them, they're changing them around pretty fast, right? Mm-hmm. They are. A lot of parts from 1 year to one pump from a washing machine last year's model is not going to fit this year's model. When I was doing it, they had the same design for like 10, 15 years.
Bolted in.
Same.
Yeah.
They had maybe 3 types of pump for all their machines, right?
Which made it easier as a
it was made
business
easier to make money, and it was easier to finish the customers. Like nowadays, people call me and they think when a serviceman comes over, and the misconception is it's going to be fixed as soon as you come over. You have the part. Well, be surprised it's not. 80% of the time, it ain't going to be fixed on the first visit. We got to order the parts in most cases, right? That's why I say to people, if you think you're calling me over and you got to wait, did you think you're going to get it fixed that same day? Unlikely, because we're going to have to order the part because there's so many different parts. Mm-hmm. It's just going to not happen that way. And that's where you got to be careful. We call the service call chasers. Oh, yeah, they could come over right within the hour and come over. And you think you're going to get it fixed in that hour when he comes over. Well,
no, you're just ordering a part.
He's just going to come over there, look at it, and if he knows it, he knows it. If he doesn't know it, he's just going to say it's a computer board. And
you need a new one.
In this business, there's a lot of shysters in service, and that's where you got to be careful.
Really?
It's the biggest business. Government is not mandating a license for us. You can go out there with the toolbox and just go start servicing people. Most people they'll come in there and just say, it's an electronic board. It's not worth fixing. They look at the appliance. They look at the washer. They ask key questions on what they want to know, whether it's going to be worth it for you. So they say, okay, that machine is only worth the $600, $700 machine. If I tell them it's $600 to fix it, it's not.
Yeah. And then
they can do 10 to 15 of those service calls at $80 a service call. You can make good money without taking a screwdriver out of your box. Or some of them just take it out and pretend to bang and look and check. Oh, we got to call you back. Pay me my service call, and then I'll call you back and let you know how much the part is. And when they do, they're just going to tell them it's not worth fixing, and they collected that $80. And the shysters are the ones that, if you do the work, you don't pay a service call. Well, that's hogwash. They're just going to, if they do the work, they're just going to throw that fee in the part, the labor, and they'll say, oh, it's a $300 repair.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
You understand? They give you bulk, and in that repair, if you tell them to break it down, they're not going to break it down. It's $300.
Yeah.
So your service call's in there. Nobody comes out for free. Don't be
naive.
Nobody works for free. Don't be naive.
Yeah. If they want to give you that, if the manufacturers don't even do that.
Yeah.
Now the manufacturers are starting $129.99 service call, and that includes 45 minutes of labor. But then people get mad if I offer you that. So now you got a labor that's for $45 that you don't have to pay. I mean, 45 minutes and you don't have to pay. But I walk in there and I say, oh, your bearing's gone. It's not worth fixing. You're paying me $129.99 instead of $69.99 for the service call.
I see.
So
just to answer a question,
right? Yeah. So but if I have to fix your pump, it was better that you took the $129.99 because that includes the service call, that includes the labor. But you take the gamble, right? So it's hard. You don't know who's going to win, who's going to. So it's better to keep it standard at a standard service call, a standard labor, and stuff like that.
And the problem is you don't really know until you go in and you see the appliance, right?
And sometimes people, when they call you, they really want their answers before you go over. Now, we try. And the one thing we like to do is if you want to talk, if you call our store and you say, I'd like to talk to a technician before I book it, it's always the best thing to do.
Yeah.
Is we'll get a technician on the phone to talk to you and go through your appliance, your symptom, whether we think it's feasible. Like if I think your problem is a control board, I can at least give you an idea of a price of what the control board costs before you book the call.
Yeah.
Right? Because, you know what I mean? At least if you're willing to pay a control board or the appliance is worth it on that control board. The labor part is hard to book when over the phone, and we don't like to book a labor over the phone because we don't know what we're going to find when we get into your house. Some machines are stacked in a closet. You got to take them down. Some machines are You know, they got counters on top. You got to take the dryer out to get to the. So all that is, plays a factor. So the most we can quote you 100% is the service call and the part we might think it could be.
Right.
Right. So.
But at least if they know that before going in, they have an idea, right?
Have
it's
an
better
idea,
than nothing.
yeah.
And that's a bit of like a trust thing too, as a consumer on you. Like for me, if I called you and you gave me some like straight answers, I'm going to trust you.
Right.
You know what I mean? And that's huge. Like most time you call a big corporation, like I called for a water tank and it was just like, sir, we're going to have to send a technician over and this and that. And like, I'm like, man, like I'm telling you exactly the lights on the phone, telling you what's going on, what's blinking.
They don't want to tell you that.
And I'm just like, this is it. And this is because I figured it out myself with the manual. And I told them, this is the part I need. Something's wrong with it. And they're like, oh, well, we still have to send it over a technician.
Yeah, no.
And you're like...
We try to play. Like if you call us and we have one or two technicians in the back, we got a couple of technicians in the back. We try to get on the phone. But if a technician is busy and you want to talk to him, just leave your information. They'll always get back to you. So don't book the call until you talk to the technician, just to get an idea of what you're repairing, what the value of your stove is, your fridge, your washer. And sometimes if we get a lot of people that call us, and if it's a minor repair, we love helping the do-it-yourselfers. I have no problem spending time sending them pictures or what part we think they should test. Sometimes I have people test some things before I come over. So see there, because sometimes you can have a stupid lid on a washing machine that's stuck and it's not. So all my guy's going to do is come up there, open the lid, close it or check it, and adjust the little screw that's probably the catch is moved. Yeah. Like, talk to us. If we see that it is just a simple thing, we can let you do it yourself and just, get it over and done with, right? And that's how we develop trust with our customers, by helping them. That's why in 30 years, it's grown pretty busy with services, because I've always believed in trying to educate the customer, helping to do it yourself, and sell them what they need, not that they don't need. We get a lot of customers coming in, want to buy this part, and I know the problem is not that. Yeah. And I'd send them off and say, go check this, bring that, and let's check that, because that doesn't cause this to happen. And they appreciate it. Mm-hmm. Sure. Right? We also do part of the recycling. People come in with knobs we keep a bin of knobs and used parts that we recycle, we call them, and we give them to customers. We'll give knobs for stoves for free. We just give them to customers, because instead of throwing them in the garbage, we get a bin, we throw them in a bin, and we'll get people, let's go through the bin. Yeah. So, and my brother Corrado, which is my partner that started with me 30 years ago, he was more the shop guy and I was more the on-the-road guy. He saves everything. Oh, yeah. Oh, that guy, he's what we call one of those hoarders, right? Yeah.
But when you need that part,
he knows where everything goes.
He's got it.
Hinges on doors, glass for oven doors. He's got everything. Handles. It's unbelievable. Sometimes when he's sick, we do cleanup before he comes, because this way, or else if he's there, he won't make us throw nothing away, right?
You get rid of those things that are just like, why? I've been staring at it for 6 years.
He makes it seem like Dad's like here, and like he's here. Like Corrado's like next level. Yeah. And he's like such a sweetheart too. So he's like, okay, I get you don't want to throw it out, but like it needs to go.
It's just been sitting there, right? He is what he is, right? But he means well, but he keeps everything.
But like you said, right? You never know.
You never know. We salvaged a lot of customers with the parts that were no longer available, and he had stashed upstairs. And
so I got it somewhere.
Yeah. And it was more proud. We give it to them, not because we make money out of them. It's just more that
I saved
we salvaged it.
Yeah.
We salvaged it. Yeah.
Nice.
So otherwise.
All right, so we're going to get into your 5-year company goal. So I guess you've been in business for quite some years, but what would you say from now to your next, I guess, 5 years, maybe 10 years? What's your idea of it all?
Well, my goal is step back and just finish off and just walk in there and watch that.
You've done your part.
Right. Their goal is we've opened up another store in Stouffville, right? So we're launching another store. We started opening it, and it's slowly opening, and we're slowly getting it. We feel Stouffville is a town that's a community that's growing, and the two of them want to try to venture and grow it. We use Stouffville also as a warehouse, so we have a warehouse there and a little section that we do a store, kind of selling appliances. So I think The next 5 to 10 years, I think the boys want to be bigger in do the builders. We got a few builders that are buying from us.
Amazing.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
Amazing. Yeah.
We have we got the builders. We have more management companies that are dealing with it. And so they're buying and the service. The management company are starting to recognize, well, if they buy it from the brick warehouse or they buy it from an Appliance Canada warehouse,
big box consumer,
none of those guys can offer the service. Or if they buy it from us, that product is serviced by us. And that's what a lot of people is. They don't have to call the manufacturers, they call us.
Right.
And we go out and take care of that appliance they bought from us and give them the service that way. So management companies are starting to recognize they bought the fridge, they have an issue, a warranty. They call us, we have it on record, we send the guy over, he takes care of it right away, and then we submit it to the manufacturers for the repair. And so they're eliminating calling, they got to find a bill to show another service guy that comes for the company that, I bought it at this date. Well, with us, they don't have to show us nothing. We got it on record and we just
we already know.
And and a lot of times we actually tag the appliance so that the tenant himself can actually call us direct.
Oh, wow.
It's the best that we could deal with the tenant because the tenant's always there.
Yeah.
We got to make time with the tenant. So
they're the real consumer,
right? Yeah, they're the ones who's going to be there, open the door for us, and let our guys in, right? And we'd rather have the dialogue with the tenant because they're the one that's using it, and it's a lot less for the management company or the landlord to deal with. You know what? A lot of landlords will say, just call this where I bought it. They call us, they give us the name. Once they give us the name and they give us the info, we set it up with them. Little does the landlord know that doesn't hear anything. Like a landlord says, no news is good news. I don't hear anything from them. I guess it's working, right? So as long as we can take it and get off their plates, and if it has a warranty and it's all taken care of, why should the landlord have to deal with it? Let them deal with the tenant. So and they're starting to recognize that they like that kind of service. There's not a lot of companies out there that are self-servicing dealers, we call them. So we sell it to you, we'll service it for you, right? So, and more people coming into wanting that kind of service, right?
Sure, it's one-stop shop, right?
Yeah, we also offer an extended warranty where we take care of it for the actual rental properties and management, the housings. It's like we just offer the extended warranty. So in our price, we can offer it so that they know it's covered for 3 years or 5 years. So that apartment number, that fridge, that stove has 5 years full coverage.
Gotcha.
They brick a drawer or bin on it. We just ship out another bin to the actual tenant, and we just deal with the tenant. And a lot of landlords rather have pay that $60 or $100 more to just know for 5 years they don't have to deal with it.
Yeah, it's one less headache for them.
And if something major, we automatically swap it. It gets automatically swapped out, and if it's not worth the repair, they buy it out and they swap it out, and we bring another appliance for it. So they want to get into that less, dealing with the hassle-free kind of thing, and they want to deal with more self-servicing dealers more.
Yeah,
it's definitely important. Like I remember when I bought an embroidery machine, and it's like not many people know how to operate these things, and most people or fix them or anything.
Yeah.
So for me, when I was reading through the forums and stuff like that, they literally said, make sure you find a technician first. Once you find a technician that can fix your machine, buy it from a machine that he can fix.
He can fix. Buy it from them.
Or something like that. You know what I mean? And thank God I did, because I was like, where would I gonna call it to fix an embroidery machine?
Yeah, you've had to call it before.
And he's the same way, where he's like, Mitch, I'm not going to come there unless it's a massive fix. I'm going to teach you how to do it yourself. And he'll do the FaceTime thing, showing me, here, this part, unscrew this, and I'm doing it myself. Yeah. And he doesn't have to come from an hour away. And he's like, you know what, I'm going to save you tons, save my headache and gas and everything. And because they're fixing machines that have 30 heads. I got 2 heads.
Yeah.
He's not going to come here and fix this thing.
I understand. Again, it's even out there with people people always look at the product, the price, but they don't really do the real key homework. The key homework is, if you like a certain product, do your homework. Find out more that if it's discontinued product, if it's a product that's not going to be made next year, if it's a product that's being sold off, do the homework. Like, a lot of people get fooled. And if you see the price that low, be careful. Some of them are refurbished stuff, but the crucial thing is knowing the product, whether you got support after you buy it. There's certain brands that you buy that product, good luck. You can buy a certain dishwasher and he broke the upper rack wheel. He couldn't even find another wheel for it, right?
Wow.
So people will buy product that is, just because it says GE or it just says Bloomberg or
they go by the name.
It says there. Talk to service guys before you make that purchase. Sales guys are just going to sell you what they get.
Yeah.
What they get, make more money of, what they get with spiff dollars. Also, they get spiff dollars with selling products. That's all they care about more than actually. But once you buy that product, what if I need a warranty? Who do I call?
Yeah.
I've seen people buy product out there that you gotta get the parts. Good luck. You're waiting 3 weeks, 6 weeks to get parts, if they're available. So always do speak to a service guy and not one, maybe a couple of them, and just say, hey, look, I want to buy this. What do you think about this product? What do you think about this make? The service guys that are fix them. Right, because we can inform you on. We always get what we call service notes. So if we know that there's a certain products that have service issues with them, right? So we'll know, or products that there's no parts, or they're flogging them off because they've been bought out, and good luck. Yeah. Now, if you're buying it because you're going to put it in a house and you're flipping the house, well, what do you want me to say?
Yeah. You're looking for the cheapest option.
And do what you got to do, right? But if you're buying it for yourself and you plan to stay in the house in the 5-10 years, do the homework on the serviceability. A lot of people say, oh, we're going to go look on the computer and see the reviews. I've seen reviews where they discredited a machine. For example, they said when Sears was around, Kenmore machine was the best. This was the best washing machine. And let's say the Whirlpool machine with fourth. It's identically the same machine as the first machine. The difference is the Whirlpool had 2 clutches. The Kenmore only had 1 clutch. And I don't know how they rated that as the best machine. Somebody's greasing somebody's palms, right?
100%.
And a lot of these, somebody's greasing somebody's palms, right? But the best homework you can do is talk to technicians.
Definitely.
The guys that are out there fixing them and ask.
You never think of doing that. Like, our generation is like, do your homework on Google.
Yeah, you're right. It is on Google. Right. And that's what you do on Google.
And it could be fake reviews.
It is. Yeah. It is. Nowadays with Google, I've found where people just posting fake reviews just to discredit somebody else or somebody. I've seen that in the restaurant business.
It's the worst.
Isn't it? Yeah, it's a shame. It's a shame. And people will do it in my business, give or take. Yeah. And people, if you look at our reviews, you could really see the real true ones that are true ones. And we got the one review. We'll get a review where a guy buys the wrong part, installs it, and then wants to return it, and he's already installed it and said, you should have told me this wouldn't have worked. Or they come up with all kinds of...
They think it's Costco.
Yeah,
it's got everything.
Yeah, they think it's just you bring it and get it, and that's it.
I'm going to use it for 10 years and bring it back.
And we're strong.
Costco's not your answer to everything.
Yeah, I know, right? I got to try on a TV. I got to see if they're going to take that back.
Hopefully they're not listening.
Yeah, and it is what it is. But you get that, and if you read it, you can see the when you really read it, and you can see what it meant. You know what I mean? Like, but do your homework. Really ask the guys who service them more than the sales guys, right? And make sure the sales guys know their stuff, right? Yeah. Don't get conned, right?
Conned a sales guy.
Well, there's the guys that are pretty good that they'll say, oh, this is so strong. This is the best. Meanwhile,
they've never even used
ask it. them. Want to watch their face? Ask them. You get more spiff dollars if you sell this one, and then see their face and see that. Oh, this guy knows the business, right? You know what I mean? How much spiff do you get on this? And the
true.
spiff is what is the manufacturers like Samsung, LGs, all of them do it. They'll give you an extra bonus.
Like a kickback almost.
A kickback for selling that product because maybe they got too many of them. Or maybe they just want to flog them off.
Yeah.
At our place, we don't work there. We don't care what spiff is what. We don't even look at spiffs. I will sell you exactly what I feel is a good bang for your buck.
Yeah.
It's not going to beat the 20-year-old appliances. Those were appliances.
Yeah.
But at least what's the best bang that I feel for your buck, the less issues that we have, or a product or manufacturers that will back you up when you have a problem, that we can get it backed up right away for you. That's the key factor, right?
It's funny, I was talking to someone the other day and they position salespeople. There's two different types of salespeople. There's the hunter and there's the farmer.
Yeah.
There's someone who's literally going to hunt to get that sale and be very aggressive and almost bulldoze you into a sale. Sell you on anything just because they want to make a commission. Whereas the farmer, they nurture you, they take care of you. They're like, listen, there's two different options. This is the more expensive option, which benefits me, but listen, this one's more better for you. And it's interesting because you don't really realize that philosophy, how true it is, until you actually see someone in sales in action.
In action, it's true.
And you can tell when you go into a store what stores are commissioned and which ones aren't. Because the ones that are commissioned, they're right up your ass.
Oh, yeah.
Like, right. I'm like, hey, I used to be in sales. Like, I get it, but I'll call you when I need you.
Yeah,
like, don't worry.
Yeah. But, you know, it is, you know, many times people will use our place to educate themselves and then come back and say, well, the brick is given to me for $50 cheaper. Are you going to match it? I'm the one who spent an hour with them. I'm the one when they came and had no clue what they wanted and what they bought and spent all the time. But a lot of those, no, I'd rather walk it away and just say they're not a customer I really care about. One, you're more the kind of customer that just wants the price more than the service.
Just want to squeeze you.
I'd rather not you be our customer. You know what I mean? We'd rather be the more with the customer one-on-one that just want to use us. If you're trying to squeeze me for $50, $100, the brick, once they sell it to you,
you're done.
you're done. You got a problem with it. It's not their fault. They don't build it. I got nothing against them, right? But you're going to call the manufacturer. You're going to deal with it. With us, you call us. We're not, like my brother Corrado says, we're not a 1-800 number. We got a 1-800 number, but we're not a 1-800 number that there's always somebody going to be there to talk to you, right? And you're not looking for, we'll pass you to the sales manager. The sales manager's got to pass you to the district manager. Somebody's got to call. No, it's me or my boys.
The real deal.
It's the real deal. Yeah. Nobody's going to push you away. You could come right in and come, and we don't want to push you away. Work with us. Tell us what the problem is, and work with us, and we'll work with you, and we'll help you out. Hey, we're there for you. The manufacturers, we don't want the manufacturers to, we'll help you against the manufacturers to make sure that we can get them to swap the product if it needs swapped. In a lot of cases, I swapped it without permission of the manufacturers, knowing that I got to fight them later. But in the meantime, you got your product; it's going, and I'll fight with them.
You'll deal with
and
them
I'll
later.
deal with the sales reps and with the with them later, right?
Yeah,
but it's got to be legit. It's not going to be because I just don't like it. My neighbors had this one; they liked it better, and I think I should have got that. Yeah, like. Work with us, right?
Yeah. Advice for someone who's looking to start their own appliance-related business. Whether it's service, selling appliances like you did, something to that effect.
You want to start your own business? If you want to start in the appliance business, I suggest service first. Learn the product. Learn the way the product works. Repairing it, because you'll understand the sales of it a lot better, and you can help the people better when you want to try to sell the appliances. Not but big markup in selling appliances. I think the service part of it is better, to keep you busy with less investments. But dedicate time. Make sure you educate yourself with the products and take up the upgrading courses. Make sure you can, understand the way the product works and repair it, right? But you got to give it 100%. It's good money. People need them. There's 5 appliances in a home. Everybody relies on them. Everybody needs them. And you can get the business. And if you keep the customer happy, I've always grown my business has always been referrals, right? And if you can get them happy, your referral, that's the best advertisement
Really is.
you can have. But just take care of them. Listen to them, take care of them. Obviously, you're going to find those people that want to rip you off, right? But you'll learn how to read them. You'll learn how to see which ones are just, trying to rip you off. But if you be honest and truthful with them, it'll come. You want to be rich quick? Yeah, you'll make it in a year. You get ready, but then after that, you're done.
Yeah.
You might as well not go any further because you're just going to be mud.
Yeah, they're going to read you.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that are just ripping off people to try to charge them extra and nail them or don't go back. They say it's this. The people still have the problem. You don't want to go back and fix it, and you don't want to see them again. Well, that's what you want to do. There's a lot of them out there like that.
Really?
Yeah, that do that. They just can't be bothered to go back, and it's not a call they want, right?
That's so upsetting.
It is. I blame our government. It's not. This field is not mandated. It's not. How can I say it? It's not governed properly. It's not looked at. Anybody can do it. Anybody can go in. A lot of people don't have to have insurance, and they'll walk into your house and they don't even have insurance. They don't even have WSIB. There's a lot of guys fixing your gas appliances. Oh, this is what I wanted to point out. The gas appliance, please, if you get a gas technician coming in, let them show you, make sure they have a TSSA number.
What's that?
Don't, it's a government number that's licensed. You can't get it without having a license for gas. Don't let them work on an appliance that they don't have a TSSA number. Don't let them walk in your door and play with the gas. There's been too many accidents, too many people fixing it improperly. And all they're there is they just want to fix it if they think it's electrical only, and that's the way they go. But let them have, because nowadays, if you let them in and something occurs, I've heard of horror stories where a guy was not licensed, they had an accident, it caused their house on fire. Insurance didn't even pay because you made a guy come out that didn't have a license.
Oh my God.
Oh
right?
My gosh.
So there could be flaws in the in your insurance, because now they're insurance companies, I find they're always looking for loopholes, right?
Of course.
When this thing is big, just look for that, protect yourself for that, and make sure they at least have that. If they don't let them in. Don't
That's
even
insane.
let them touch
I didn't know people
it.
did
And
that.
government doesn't even mandate it, doesn't even push it, and people are doing appliances that are gas licensed, and
That's insane.
it is absolutely insane. I wish our government would be tighter, and I'm hoping TSSA will be tighter on the parts for gas, so this way I can sell the consumer. I know for furnaces, you can't go to a furnace company and say, I want this gas part or any furnace parts. They won't sell it to you unless you have a license.
Wow.
I'm hoping the appliance industry does the same thing. It's only for the safety of the people themselves, right?
Do you think that's going to happen soon, or it's going to take some time?
I think it's going to take more accidents, more people killing themselves before they realize it. But you know what I mean? It is what it is. And people hiring the cheap. What bugs me, they buy a $5,000, $6,000 stove. But they find $250 or $300 for a licensed gas guy that does 5 years to get is too expensive to hook it up. Their paisano can hook it up for $100, $150.
I see what you're saying.
You know what I mean? Are you joking? The crucial part of that appliance is the hookup, and it burns properly, and it's burning properly.
Yeah.
And you're cheaping out on the hookup.
It's like, what's wrong with you?
You know,
You dropped the $6K.
Oh, and you don't know how many calls we've gone to that people hooked it up and they didn't hook it up properly, and we had to, kind of red tag them or tag them and close them down.
Really?
Right? And just get it done right. Don't be cheap and get it done right.
Wow.
At least that part of it,
If they
Be
gotta
cheap on your stove, not on the hookup.
Right? I feel like I gotta spend like a week at your store just to see everything.
Oh, you should.
'Cause these stories sound crazy.
Surprise! You should record some of the stories of people coming in and
Just be in the corner.
just
Camera.
with the camera, just watching them. People wanting to answers on. Well, what do I gotta buy? Well, we think you need this. We think you need that. We don't know. We're not there. Well,
Right.
you just want to come out and just take my service call money, right? No, I just can't tell you your answer right over here.
Yeah.
I can kind of guess. It might be this, it might be that, but I don't know, right?
Yeah.
We try. It's hard, right? We try. But
It is what it is, unfortunately. Okay, so we're going to ask a couple personal questions. Current podcast you're listening to, and you can say no if you don't listen to podcasts.
Do I listen to on the radio?
Yeah, do you listen to a podcast?
The only radio that I listen to is 680 for news.
So
and
no?
640. No, do you guys? Do I listen? I don't understand the question. If it was
So the podcasts are like essentially
Like on a phone.
like a phone app.
Oh,
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
I'm the wrong guy. I still got an old iPhone that was given to me, and I'm still learning how to use it.
That's okay.
Yeah, sorry, I'm the wrong guy for that. I'm not.
We had a mom come up to us yesterday, one of Mitch's friends' moms come up to us yesterday, and she's so sweet. She goes, I want to listen to your show, but I don't know how. I was like, give me your phone, we'll set it up. And then we didn't end up doing it. But she was like, I don't know how to do it, and my sons won't help me.
No, but now that I'm learning this, I'm going to get my kids to help me out, or I'm going to get
That's
the
why you
wife
have
to,
kids.
Yeah, that most definitely. Now I'm going to, because, yeah, of course, but right now I don't, because I'm more misinformed. I don't know about it. I didn't know it even existed.
It's a generational thing too, right?
It is. It probably is.
Well,
yeah.
now you're on a podcast.
Now I am. Oh, now I got to start listening. Now I got to tell all my buddies.
Gotta listen to your
All the old
voice.
parts that I know.
That's funny.
Current food craving.
Food craving. I like fish. Right?
Do you crave fish though, or is it like one of those things where like after a long day, like I'm really craving? I don't know, a burger.
The food craving would be. What do I crave a lot for? What? Oh yeah. Yeah,
Cookies
he's right.
and
My
milk?
social tea and milk, right? Like I'll crave it at night, or it's gotta have it.
That's me.
You better be in the cupboard. You better be there.
I get so mad when there's no cookies. I actually will end up making cookies at 10 o'clock at
No,
night.
I wouldn't make them. I wouldn't make them. But no, yeah, cookies and milk.
Yeah.
Soaking my social tea and milk and just sloshing it all up into a fine liquid.
So good.
Oh my God.
It's like baby food. Yeah.
I can do that with Pierre's chocolate banana cake.
Oh,
my
that
God.
banana cake.
banana bread.
The bread.
Whatever.
The bread.
It's
Yeah,
like-
I know the one you're
It's
talking
a crack
about.
cake. I don't know.
You got it. That's what we should call it. Crack cake.
He really cuts a piece
Banana
that's
crack.
like this big and just lets it sit
So
in a cup of
Yeah,
milk.
right in the
Yeah.
water. It kind of so shapes the cup.
I have done it in my coffee. Oh yeah.
So funny.
Yeah.
Okay, morning ritual to start your workday.
Morning ritual, wake up early. I leave the house usually by about 7:30. I'm out the door. That's 7 o'clock, 7:30. I'm out the door and stop at my local corner Global there. Pick up my cigarettes if I need them. But my coffee all the time, right? And fill up if I never feel. I always fill up with him. He's a family-owned business.
Yeah.
And
Nice.
I'll always try to give all my business to him, right?
Yeah, why not?
And then get at the store usually an hour before everybody else comes in, and then get some stuff ready. Look at what's going on for the day, what they have booked.
Do you
And then-
carpool with the boys?
No, we don't. We got 3 cars. We each take a car each to go. I wake up early. They don't want to come that early. The other one wants to go one way because he wants to pick up something. And then at night they all got their thing to do. So
Yeah.
it doesn't work out.
Take your own car.
Yeah, we all take our own cars. Yeah.
Favorite type of vacation and where?
Favorite type of vacation is more sightseeing type of vacations, right? I'm not a beach guy. Forget it. If I got to sit on a beach, I'll go crazy. I don't like to sit. So where I've always liked the going to Europe. I find more looking at more scenery in Europe and stuff like that.
Such an old historic
Yeah,
place.
stuff like that. And if I do places in the States, we tend to go see more, sceneries, walk around, and just go check out places. But then beaches, forget it. Don't do it for me.
We're
You
beach
go.
people.
For me.
See, I'm a bit of both. Like I like the beach.
There's gotta be some kind of
but
balance.
I don't mind the one day to sit on the beach.
I won't spend the
because
whole day there.
I'll spend the
Yeah.
day if everybody's doing that for the day.
Yeah.
But next day, don't throw me in the same kind.
You need to change it up.
Oh yeah, maybe. But that's my kind of just walking around and checking out places.
Seeing
right?
stuff.
Yeah.
Nice.
Perfect Sunday.
Perfect Sunday. Perfect Sunday. Weather's good. Wife and I like to just go to like a trade show or something. Go check out some shows, walk around, and go grab a bite. Do a trade show, and take it easy.
So spend the day together. That's what I'm getting.
Yeah.
So we're into a little game called Would You Rather.
Okay.
So would you rather give up cigarettes for life or never wear Harley Davidson again?
Most definitely the cigarettes. No, I give up the cigarettes. If I had a choice, I'd give up the cigarettes. I'll wear the Harley, right?
Nice.
Yeah, Paul is going to use that.
Yeah, good.
I don't think we've had anyone answer that question so quickly.
Yeah. Like, all right. No cigarettes.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And I've been a smoker for
long time.
grade 8.
Oh, wow.
That long?
Yeah, sneaking cigarettes with the guys, going down to the back of the laundromat.
Did you roll your own cigarettes then?
No, never knew how to roll.
Because my dad, when he was like 7, 8 years old, he used to roll them for his grandfather, like rolling cigarettes as a kid.
That was
a thing.
Buy the tobacco doll. We used to buy. We just maybe because I hung around, the pool hall where I'd like to go over there and play, pool and thing, and with the guys that really like to. I don't know, but.
Grab a pack of smokes. And
it's a social thing.
It's a cool thing.
You're right.
Exactly.
You're right, it was.
Okay, so thanks for coming, Sal. We really appreciate it.
I love this. This is my pleasure.
So we took your podcast virginity. Now you can officially say you're on a podcast. I'm
on a podcast. No, I'm going to broadcast it. I can tell everybody.
Plays on the TVs in the store. You have the YouTube video.
Now we're going to have the YouTube videos, and we're going to have this. Everything's going to change now.
Like, hey, I know those guys.
Yeah.
Everyone go check out their website, UnionvilleAppliance.com. New OFB episodes every Tuesday morning. Follow our account, Open for Business Podcast, on Instagram. Follow our business accounts, Me Chef, Greenpaw, and Beautiful, to support local Canadian businesses. Subscribe to our YouTube channel because you'll be able to watch our lovely guests every week. And make sure to check out our website, openforbusinesspodcast.ca, for everything else OFB related. Until next time.
Thank you.
Thank you. Ciao. Ciao, everybody. Thanks.